Oh, that was cute.
Nick Rekieta, on behalf of the Comic Book Hut, I place you under arrest.
What? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Thought this is America.
You've broken the laws of the hut, and you must be punished.
The laws of the hut's gonna hear from my lawyer, and that's me. I tell you right now, unhand me, thin sir.
With the power of the moon, we punish you.
Oh, we got you in cuffs now. Look, here it is.
No.
I mean, give it a thumbs up to your supporters, so they know you're going to be okay.
Yep.
Welcome, Dano.
Yeah.
I'm like every daredevil who ends up dying later. Like the thumbs up,
Yeah.
and then an hour later he died in the hospital.
Just so much cocaine after completing that jump.
Yeah.
So, if in case y'all haven't noticed, this is Mr. Nick Rekieta. Welcome to the show, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. After, like I said, I will say make the same joke I made behind the scenes. After Xavier spent millions of dollars to.
Millions of dollars.
Well, I just want to put it out there. Anybody who wants me on their show is welcome to spend millions of dollars to do it. I'm not saying it's the way, but it is a way.
Hey, let Nick on your show. Put one of his kids through college. It'll get you in.
Yeah. It's you've already got this question. Did you see the Comic Book Hut do a video on you?
I have not actually seen it. I've only seen that it exists. My sleep schedule. I went ahead and I murdered that thing right in its crib.
Oh no!
And it gets worse like every day. And so
I know that feeling. Oh my god!
Do you have to do the thing where you have to do a reset somehow? It's like, oh well, okay. Now I have to stay up for like
all right.
25 hours.
Okay, so you eat breakfast, right? I would assume so.
It's hard to call it breakfast when you wake up at like 3 p.m. or whatever, but
all
sure.
Right. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to not eat for like 16 hours straight. And then you're going to eat at the exact moment that you want to wake up. And that should reset your schedule some.
Oh, dear God, that sounds horrid.
Well, he is a bona fide Warp Chief Apache shaman, so you should listen to him.
Okay.
He has some medicine when he's not telling women in Canada to go like screw a bear because it's funny.
Oh, that was hilarious. She actually did it too.
Oh goodness.
So let me.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, Chief Judge. The way I usually do it is I will stay up, straight through the night one night, and then it kind of cycles it back a couple hours is what I do. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how I'm going to tackle it yet. And I always hate doing it because it always means that I'm going to have like 5 days of really terrible life. But it's about time. It's about time.
Sid, like legitimately, it's a lot easier. Just don't eat like supper for, is it 16 or 14 hours?
But I like supper.
Essentially, what you're doing is you're trying to reset your predator instincts because we're omnivorous predators, and we were based on a hunter species. So like in order to
like the more you
better.
talk, the more you talk, the more the whole like I'm an Indian shaman
falls apart. I know.
No, not fall apart. It actually becomes true.
But since we're a hunter species. We have our entire like biorhythm is based around hunting. So if you eat, it resets your schedule to that of the time when you manage to kill something.
Oh, sure.
So,
well, maybe I just have to not kill anything for 16 hours.
You could do that. I mean, but
if you call that living,
I suppose.
These are choices that are hard to make.
Yeah. So, Nick, I wanted to show you. This is the gentleman who has now disparaged your good name.
Oh man, why is it always like this?
How did you manage to piss off the Hamburglar?
I just wonder. He had to kill 4 versions of Zorro to make that mask. He should have like that. Would actually be kind of funny, like a Leatherface Zorro mask.
Like collect different Zorros.
It's like the Crip version of that Cecil comic.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, this is kind of like Cecil's kind of sort of maybe arch nemesis. Maybe,
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think does Cecil do an impression of him?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And Cecil even put him in his. I don't think he put him in the comic that he just released today, or for the GoFundMe, but not GoFundMe. Shoot, Indiegogo. But he did put him in a video. That was very funny. He stole his hot dog. poor Hut lost his hot dog. It's just terrible. But yeah, he's the gentleman who thinks you're scamming. Like that accusation hasn't been happening for what, the last year.
Yeah, it's only 11 months. Let's be fair.
Okay. Oh yeah. Because you that's right. You launched it in February with the.
Yeah, February 19th. I get reminded every time I open the GoFundMe. The timeline for that seems so much longer.
Yeah.
When I think about it, it's like I remember starting this thing and then getting all kinds of hell for it. And then Vic finally came out and issued a statement. And I look back, it was the next day. but when I think back, I'm like, that seemed like days of the GoFundMe kind of like back and forth waffling. Like people supported it initially, but there was some hesitation. And then once he acknowledged it on Twitter, it blew up at that point. And because once people are like, oh, okay, it's real. Now we know it's real. It's not just some weirdo YouTuber saying it. Vic said it's real. So then, it flooded in. And it just, to me, that seemed to take place over like a week. And now I look back and I've got the dates. It was 2 days. It's wild.
Time flies, right?
Yeah.
So recently, apparently you've been getting some backlash. Apparently you pulled an anime betrayal on Vic.
Well, yes. I mean, when hasn't a lawyer betrayed somebody?
Right.
In their nature.
You should have known this was coming. But yeah, I voiced some concerns that I had, and I did it in my usual very crass and belligerent way. And that's because a long time ago I decided that I don't let other people determine my approach to things, if at all possible. And
right.
And so, I do things the way I do it, and people will either like it or hate it, and that's how it's going to be, I suppose. But yeah, so I gave some criticisms of Vic, and it was meant well, but it came off less than well. Mm-hmm. And so and I probably went a little too hard on the guy. Mm-hmm. But that's what Dark Souls and whiskey does, right?
Yeah.
more the Dark Souls than the whiskey, probably.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it was Ornstein and Smaug or whatever.
Oh,
and I've never. I'm doing this is a blind playthrough of Dark Souls. I've never played it, any of the From Software games, and so I've been going through it on Twitch. Oh, and I also have a couple people in the chat who make me want to Minecraft myself. Because they're like, go to the stairway. I'm like, oh, that one. Got it. Pretend I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, just realize for once that I have no idea. And I don't remember where the stairway is in a game that has like 100. So, but yeah, so all of that combined, I probably went a little hard on the guy. Mm-hmm. But what do you do? Undo it? Some people ask me to delete the stream, and I'm like, that's not very honest.
No.
Makes you seem like you have something to hide.
Yeah. Also, a pro tip for all of you out there, you aspiring YouTubers in the chat and whatnot. Deleting stuff is the quickest way to draw a ton of attention to it. So
Right.
if you make a mistake and you just decide to delete it after people tell you it's a mistake, then everybody will be looking for it, and the internet probably archived it already. So just leave it. Just be honest with yourself and who you are. That's okay.
Just own it. Yeah. If you done something stupid, own it, and move on from it.
And it may not have been stupid.
Well, I'm not saying you did anything stupid. I'm just
thank you. Thank you for clarifying. We were about to have some words back. But no, it doesn't matter if it was smart or not. It's other people's perception is going to be what it is. So
well, I mean, it's like I saw somebody I was following on Twitter kind of overviewed it, what you said, and it didn't seem like it was terrible. Like, it may have came off like harsh in the moment, but it was just like, it sounded to me that you were like, hey, Vic, why don't you, why don't we just hang out now? We're in a lull and everybody knows we get along and stuff, so why the hell not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what it is. And it's also just my desperate desire to not let the people who have ruined someone else's life continue to control it for a year. That's not necessarily his fault. That's just an injustice in how our system works. I get to go after them in this one specific way through the courts, but I better not do anything else, because people who have lied and accused me of sexual assault over and over and over again might get their feelings hurt. It's like, oh my God. And that's not a commentary on Vic. That's a commentary on the expected behavior of the system. So
how dare you? Yeah, I accused you of a crime you didn't commit, one of the worst crimes ever, but you said I had bad hair.
Exactly. Exactly. Somebody you met called them fat a whole lot.
It's kind of, and I look at it because I always said, like, the two cases, well, the ones I've been keeping in touch, were obviously Vic's and then, Zach's, fire. And seeing like how things have turned, because early on, Zach wouldn't say a word about the case. And eventually he started like a little bit here. And then he would say, I remember one time he did a stream, he says, hey, this is your boy Zach. And he says, I'm going to talk about the case and I got to be careful,
Yeah.
And then he slowly opened up more about it. And now he's like just saying, yeah, Mark Wade's a piece of crap and he tried to ruin my life, so.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because that we're fighting against 200 years of conventional wisdom in how you approach a lawsuit, because we're still not used to social media. We all use it every day, but then there's some special magic sauce of, oh, there's a lawsuit now, so now we suddenly regress to 1951. It's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And you'll see this. You'll see people with millions of followers on Twitter get involved in a legal kerfuffle, and they do a press release. It's like, you have 1 million followers on Twitter you could talk to right now. Just you don't have to do a press release. Just tweet every single day like you do already. Get on your, the people with YouTube channels and whatnot. And YouTubers who are involved in lawsuits are finding that it is lucrative and beneficial to address their legal troubles publicly, right? Because you do have this base of people who support you, and it doesn't make sense to suddenly cut them all off, right? But we're fighting against this weird notion that happens with law, and it's probably because all lawyers are boomers but not all boomers are lawyers. And it really is. They are so risk averse that any improvements are set back a very long time. So when wanting things to be fought in public, from my perspective, goes against the entirety of the legal profession because it moves so slow. That's just me. I'm just, I'm bad at everything I do. So.
I think one of your fans is in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's John Kelly?
Oh, you want to know who John Kelly is?
Oh no!
I was about
How
to
much
say
time you got?
I'm not up to date on this. Who's?
I'm open to. I've asked several times and never gotten an answer. So
Okay. Hey, John. I know you're listening right now. Why don't you go toddle along and think about that woman you killed?
Holy shit! What?
whoa.
Yeah, manslaughter.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wait, what?
He committed manslaughter with a lady, and that's the reason why he can't leave his house for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So John Kelly, he essentially was sort of like a hanger-on for Gamergate, and he was sort of like the people that would end up being like anti-Comicsgate would be right now.
Yeah.
They became something like the GG Revolt, and that was super far right, super wherever the hell you feel like, whatever slur bigotry you want to call them, but they didn't. Their entire mantra was "fuck being nice," essentially. And John Kelly would get into fucking arguments for hours upon hours upon hours.
That doesn't seem like his personality at all. I don't believe you.
Look,
a different John Kelly.
Y'all just said that, and then the chat's saying he diddles kids.
I don't know about
what
that
the
part.
hell?
I can talk about where that comes from. See, John has this interesting way of misphrasing things, but there is someone on the Kiwi Farms found a post on a pedophile forum, pedos seeking help or whatever, and it has the same screen name that the JMK has been using for years. Now, as I've said, I don't know if that's him. I have no idea, but
people are just kind of running with it though, because
and that's apparently what they found on the Kiwi Farms, and there's discussion about it there, but so people can figure it out for themselves. But I don't know if he actually did it. All I know is that that's the same screen name that he used, and the Kiwi Farms posted out, and shows that, but that doesn't necessarily mean he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is funny watching him freak out about that.
But he wants to come over here and state his side or
that
whatever.
That sounds boring.
Hey John, go run to your channel, go start your own little live stream, and go fuss about how nobody listens to you. Everybody's accusing you of everything. Blah blah blah. I've heard it for 5 fucking years. Nobody gives a shit. Bye.
Well, for what it's worth, which is up to you guys. It says it's false. He never made that post. So I'm a man of integrity, and I have said I don't know. I've just presented that that's what the Kiwi Farms has found. If he denies it, then I believe him. Believe him.
Innocent until proven guilty, after all.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
John,
I don't know what to believe.
John, what you should be concerned about is that everybody believes it so easily. That's your real issue there. It's an image problem that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I would have let him on. I mean, you have the power to kick once it gets boring.
I am not letting him on. I have no use for him. He is a absolute spurg. He has nothing to add to any conversation. And whatever. And yes, I'm saying this about you as you're listening because I don't give a shit. Right?
Yeah.
Well, let me know that I at least voted to give him a shot to come on here because I don't know who he is.
I'm so sorry. Now you're probably going to get months of, you have to have me on your show. You owe it to me. You owe it to me. You're holding me back, Obi-Wan.
From my point of view, the streamers are evil.
Oh my God. Oh,
But anyway, speaking of leading questions, what's the most recognizable piece of European armor, and why is it the Lorica segmentata?
Your Honor, he's badgering the witness.
I don't understand the question. Could you repeat it into 12 smaller questions?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the most recognizable piece of European armor? Why is it the Lorica segmentata? Also, why is it crafted from bronze? I don't know. I'm not good at this lawyer thing.
Well, you're not a lawyer, so
I don't.
Prosecution.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about European armor.
Hey, big surprise! Big surprise! I'm not a judge either. Just big. I know it's kind of a shocker. You know,
you lied to me.
In fairness, Xavier lied to you.
Touche. Touche. Well played.
That son of a bitch.
I didn't read that super chat like way earlier.
You better go do that.
It was what's up peeps from Dark Gift.
There's only 2 what's ups. He really needs to step it up and add another what's up.
I know, right?
I think it's just because of the text limit.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
He should pay more money and get that other what's up.
Jeez.
I've been reading it for free. Or adding it in for free.
Piper will read them.
Make sure you guys bring some super chats, y'all. This is this is a graded 0.5 show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you request, you can request who reads it and in what voices.
I will ignore every other comment by John Kelly unless it has a super chat attached.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can promise you that.
It's the only way.
Lord have mercy. Don't worry, I got something coming up. I wonder if I should find a video of him crying.
It's in the chat already.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Okay, let's go see.
You see, John, that's the thing, man. You go on like people's stream when everywhere Nick goes, you try to show up and try to start a little scene and this like that, blah blah blah. Dude, I've seen your shit for 5 years. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You said it all already. Fuck off.
What I think is weird is that he's in here saying that y'all were lying about him before I even heard anybody mention him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody mentioned him until he was in the chat, right?
Yeah.
He used to hang with Oliver Campbell a lot.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there's some super chats rolling in.
Hey.
Holy fuck.
Since Nick asked so nicely, also, great show in general, guys. Buy Piper some comics.
Yeah, you should buy Piper some comics. That's a good idea.
Yeah. When I say it, it works with only 2. And thanks for lazily dismissing it, Optimus. Oh, it's just Anthony, blah, blah. Chatting just to piss John Kelly off.
Yeah.
Good decision.
Take that. Poor John. He's such a special person, and I mean that in a mental way.
Exceptional individual.
Exceptional individual. Yes. Here's another one.
Well, that sounds like it's for Nick.
Oh.
Objection! I'm not getting paid.
Overruled. I'll allow it.
Yep.
There were 2 that came in right before that as well.
Oh, there were? Oh, wow. They've never moved this fast. Okay, we got that one. Oh, this one.
Spectre says, did a video on JMK's pedo accusations.
Oh. Yeah, go deal with him. Go deal with whoever Spectre says is. Somebody get a link to that, and so he can go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one other from Hatch 450SX.
I think we got that one.
Did we get that one? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah, we got that one.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
All good.
Here I am.
Now, see, we're just not used to the chat moving this fast.
I've got the.
I know, right?
Yeah. I've got the chat pulled up, and so my habit I'm like, there's colored boxes. I must talk.
John is here. Can Andrew and Gil be far behind? What a blast from the past. It's been so long, I don't recognize these freaking names. Maybe I have dementia or something.
Yeah.
I do want to thank you for all the educating you do to people on various law issues. Because in the last year I've learned way more about Texas law than I ever wanted to before.
Yeah, that's how it goes, I guess. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. But you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I like looking at this stuff as long as it's funny. You mentioned the Meyer versus Wade case and the Vic case. And you know what's crazy about it? I expected the way the cases have gone to be the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wade is such an idiot. And he's such a weirdo and he's such a spaz that I thought he would be, I didn't think they could wrangle him on social media and stuff, but they locked him down.
Yeah.
And his lawyer, Mark Zaid, had some promise for a while because he was flipping out on social media for a bit.
Oh, Otter Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Them. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh,
Sorry.
You got caught
fine.
up on behind the scenes. Okay.
It's all good. But yeah, so I thought the Zaid and Wade duo would turn Meyer's whole case into an absolute just a ridiculous festival. And then it didn't. It went super quiet and professional and slow and laboring, just like normal lawsuits. It was like, well, that sputtered out.
And Mark Wade, not to be outdone. One thing I wanted to ask you, do you have a copy of the letter that Mark Wade sent to the judge where he basically just spent the entire letter taking his shit on Texas?
No. Oh my God.
Because I remember that basically it was it went in with one of his filings. I remember because we did a show about it, but now I can't find the letter. And it was, "Hi, I'm Mark Wade. This is where I started my career. At some point in the letter, he's like, I don't own property in Texas. I don't do business in Texas. Business literally doesn't mostly take place in Texas. That's why, it needs to go to California where real things happen." And I'm like,
yeah, I think I might have that actually.
Like, because I want to do a reading of that because he basically told the judge he wouldn't piss in Texas. So
the amazing thing is he lied right to the judge, right? Because he had just done a convention in Texas. That's where he made the statements about Richard Meyer. It's like, I don't do business in Texas. You were just at a convention giving a panel speech. That wasn't business, I suppose, to you.
We got 2 super chats. We got one on screen and we got $4.99.
Yeah, I got that one ready. As soon as
I don't know. I like this John guy. He makes me chuckle.
anything, he's entertaining.
Old bag. Hey, wait, is that for somebody specific?
Hey, John, you heard the sound of one hand clapping? Well, here's the sound of one fist clanging around your backside like a dinner bell.
Oh,
my.
That's an old bag. Goodness.
Yeah. I also have something here to reply to John. Actually, he said that he says that Nick is losing Vic's case, and I have this.
I don't have an attorney-client relationship with Vic, you brainlet.
Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
That was one of your finer moments, I thought, with these. That was the Holmberg stream, if I remember correctly.
Why do this is God cursing me? Is that I have to meet people like Shane?
That was a good stream.
Yeah,
it was a very good stream. I enjoyed it very much, but at the same time, I don't ever want to know him.
I'll never
want to unknow him.
The cutting board.
When I found out that was actually a shoe, I laughed for 10 minutes straight. Because
Okay.
I thought it was like the bottom of a blender, and it was just like in 480 or whatever, just crappy resolution, or
and he just thought it was something sitting on the thing. Yeah.
And then someone called him out on Kiwi Farms. They're like, "Why is there a shoe on your cutting board?" He's like, "Well, the dog got to the other one."
What?
Because when dogs go after my shoes, the first thing I think is to put them on my countertop.
Right. Well, the first thing I think is to prepare them. And I get the sous vide I get the sous vide machine fired up.
I've eaten 2 shoes if it were for the damn dog.
What was that term you? I always quote it, but I feel like I always get it wrong. You say something to the effect of Shane Holmberg is the dumbest person in the room, and that includes the room.
Yeah. It's the dumbest person in any room, and that includes the room.
Yeah. Now this is the okay. I will humor Mr. Kelly on this one.
Okay.
Because this is a direct accusation.
Oh.
Yet you were doing paralegal work for Vic's case. So
what's paralegal work?
Yeah. What's the
I was doing paralegal work. Let's see. Let's look up paralegal job details.
Like the last work I have, there's no excuse for not having me on this nothing stream with less than 200 viewers. Like, that's really something.
That's a good one.
Now listen here, John Kelly. The Piper Show has a long and storied history.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Paralegals. This is a paralegal job description. Paralegals support lawyers by maintaining, drafting documents, and organizing files. I haven't done any of that for Vic at all. Calling on legal witnesses. Nope. Maintaining a legal library. No, I don't. I think Beard Harris probably has better access to the legal libraries of Texas and more. They're also known as a legal assistant or a legal secretary. I am nobody's LA or LS. Oh my goodness. What else do we have? Preparing affidavits, legal correspondence, and other documents. No. Organizing and maintaining documents in a paper electronic filing system. I mean, I have them. I buy them from Research Texas Courts. I buy them myself. Meeting with clients, attorneys, and other professionals to talk about case details. Nope. Filing pleadings with a court clerk. Never done that. Helping prepare for trial by organizing exhibits and assisting with other tasks as needed. No, shockingly, Beard Harris has their own paralegal and legal assistant that they pay to do that. Preparing briefs, wills, contracts, real estate closing statements, blah, blah, blah. No. Investigating facts and law of cases and searching public records. I do that for my show, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'm guilty as charged, if that's what he means. Directing and coordinating law office activity, including delivery of subpoenas. Yep, I do that from Minnesota. Certainly not the paid staff of Beard Harris. They're not the ones doing that. Gathering and analyzing statutes, decisions, and legal articles, codes, documents, and other data. Again, I do a limited amount of this for my show, but that's all in my files. And a lot of people send me
other people
stuff.
can do it without being paralegals.
Right. Calling on witnesses to testify at hearings. No, dear Lord. Keeping law library up to date by monitoring legal volumes. No, of course not. No, I have not done any of the job of a paralegal ever for Vic Mignogna, for Ty Beard, for anything like that. This is such a weird accusation from this weirdo. He's been going on about this for a while. Where he says that I'm
stop, he's already dead.
I just want to point out that I have on the screen, and we'll read the super chats in just a second. Guys, go sub to John's channel. He needs help. Our nothing channel. I really want him to I want to share the love and send people his way. Because he needs a little help. Let's see if we can get him over 500. Guys, we can do that, right? Let's get John Kelly over 500 subs. He could be on his way. Hey, man, I mean, I'm not saying that this is this isn't a obsession or anything.
Yeah, this man has a fucking boner.
Oh, you were on his. Okay.
This is, I don't see any obsession. I mean, apparently he really likes you and
Worski
and Sargon. It's
Little bit.
Sargon. Yeah.
Oh, and Ralph. Man, he doesn't like Ralph.
Yeah.
I don't think
Or
anybody
he
likes
loves
Ralph.
Well,
right?
Ralph is not
Aw,
Ralph
poor
does some
Ralph.
things that's not very. He's done some things that don't make himself very likable. So.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
know
him.
that. I tend to give people some leeway.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying other people have to. I met Ralph in person down in Nashville or Knoxville, I mean. And oh, dang it, the lies of Nick Rekieta. Down in Knoxville. We had a really good time. And he's really nice in person. I think that is one of the weaknesses of the internet is it's real easy for when you're separated by screens and miles to really go after people. But Ralph's always been good to me, so I never want to speak bad of him until he betrays me.
Yeah, he was good to me. When I was trying to get a cherry stream going on back in the early days of Gamergate, he was the only one that actually gave me some ad space and let me put up my advert about it.
Yeah.
Well, see, Ralph kind of goes through a thing where like he'll go through this like I don't give a fuck, motherfucker, blah blah blah, and then he'll kind of calm down and he'll block people for a while, then he'll unblock them. It's whatever, But anyway, let's get these super chats, Piper. The first one I got on the screen.
Wasn't there one before it?
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
No, one before that. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was it. John Kelly is currently the dumbest in room.
Oh.
Well, only because Shane isn't here.
Yeah, and that was making every bit of that 50 character limit you have for $2 for $14.99. Raymond, thank you. Go ahead.
I think this is this is for Nick.
Yeah, Airman, hi, how's it going? I want Nick to say it's for the fans, but in the voices he does for each of the lawyers on the Vic case, all of them. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna be quiet.
I'll do this quick. It's for the fans. That's what's that? Sam Johnson. It's for the fans.
Mhm.
We've got John Volney. It's for the fans.
Is that a Kermit the Frog?
Yeah. We could do a little time here. Well, Nick, it's for the fans.
Mhm.
He's got like a little Obama in him. Don't ever tell him I said that.
I'll never live it down.
Just want to be clear.
And then I guess we've got Lemoyne. It's for the fan. It's for the fans. Sorry, there was a ramp going up that statement. I had a little trouble.
Oh no.
That must have been painful to say.
I think those are the voices that I normally do.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I poor Michael Martinez. It's for the fans.
Oh Jesus.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah. Thank
There
you.
There went that monetization that we just got a month ago. All right, we got Marty Lund here, $5.
These folk are truly ridiculous to the point of distraction. It's like Voltaire's prayer, but on a monkey's paw, so it sucks now.
Oh. And Wilberforce Rooster, thanks for the 10. Dude, you're man.
Hope you get 1 million viewers to show how stupid we all are.
Yeah. Us.
Never recover.
Let's see. Voltaire's prayer. I have never made but one prayer to God, a very short one. O Lord, make my enemies ridiculous, and God granted it.
Yep.
We got some more here. We got one so we got that one for 10. I'm backtracking to make. Okay, there's Wilbur. Then we got. There we go. Nope, we're not caught up. We got some more.
My super chats typically go to Nick. Guess I need to broaden my horizon a bit. Have a pair of Sawbucks graded 0.5. By the way, for anyone who hasn't seen that clip of J and K crying, enjoy. That's a good super chat.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You're the hero we need.
I'm not sure if the one we deserve, but
should we get Low Ping back? And I would get Low Ping on here and have him talk about John Kelly. I think that would be funnier than
Doesn't he have a video or something? Oh no, my mouse died. Oh no.
Yeah, I got somebody digging it out for me right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we got $2.
we all sent in any info that might be important. So everybody's a paralegal, you guys. Just everybody. We're all paralegals. I like Ralph. He was my gateway drug to Rekieta.
Oh.
The harder drugs.
Right? I liked Ralph. Just sometimes I don't.
He blocked all of Super Nerdland, and I'm blocked by him, so I don't give a shit. Honestly.
Yeah, fuck that then.
Yeah. So I got 2012 Jameson, a regular in our chat.
Should I read this the way it's spelled? Ron is a what?
Go for it.
Ron is a C-uk. See?
A C-uk?
He prepares briefs. Paralegal.
I guess you're talking about Ron Toye?
He says he prepares briefs, so he's a paralegal.
Okay.
Okay. I got it.
You gotta try to stick it in that character limit.
Mm-hmm.
We got another pen.
We got another one. I got it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's for you.
Optimus is. Oh, wow. Okay, you put me on the spot here.
You can do it.
I got to do it. Okay.
Just breathe all the way from your anus up into. That's what I do.
Oh no.
Do you have any consulates? Please, I need consulates to prove you're fraudulently notarized by these mosquito invoices. Also, will you give me the GoFundMe money, please?
Beautiful.
Bam! Just a drop. He wants him some con coochie.
I say we there's videos right there. Also, everybody wants Gale now. Rekieta can't keep him.
I'm trying, trying to keep this light tonight. I don't want bring a bunch of people in here.
I know.
Oh no. So that one's not. Well, let's get this other one. Where's this at? Give me this link. Which one was it?
I know there's one in the stream link sharing. Fuck, I don't have no batteries for this stupid mouse. Why now?
Oh, was it in the stream link? I'll get it.
You better start mastering the tab. Tap.
She got a Mac.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh no!
Already, it's a terrible thing.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Let's get this set up.
John, okay, I lied. I'm sorry. John Kelly has accused me of one more thing, and I'm gonna address it.
Okay.
I'm gonna address it because he's right. He's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
John Kelly says Nick was gathering intel and data to hand over to Ty as what he should do with the case. This was uncovered by me, and Nick is hiding this. This wasn't uncovered by you, John. I did a video in which I set up an email address and told people to send all sorts of intel and data to it so I could give it to Vic's legal team. You didn't uncover that. I asked for it publicly, you retard. What is wrong with you? How are you this broken?
Client relationship with Vic, you brainlet.
You are the
Just love it.
dumbest person on earth. I set up a specific email. I put it on the stream. I did a video and a live stream asking people early on, please send anything you have here so I can pass it along to them. That's not paralegal work, you dummy.
His response is, I'm not talking about that, you lying sack of shit. I was talking about that private channel on your server.
You are so stupid. Oh, Christ. You read through John, you're so dumb. You read the word bill and thought I meant invoice when I was talking about the proposed bill to modify the TCPA. It was the one where it said it's sitting on the governor's desk. I don't know about you, but when I invoice a client, I don't do it in care of the governor of the state I'm in, you moron. What kind of idiot are you?
Man, I just want to clip every other thing that you say from the stream and put it in the soundboard.
Good harvest.
Listen, I know it's hard when the homeless shelter is dry and you have to go get your fellatio from the exhaust pipes in the parking garage, but man, they're messing with your brain.
I knew a girl like that.
All right, we got some super chats. Piper. So.
Optimus just earned this 50 times 4. Ouch.
I guess talking about my impression. Yeah. Oh. Oh my.
The vibrator killed Piper's mouse battery, Lamau. Clickbait, Lamau.
Oh boy.
So I guess we don't have to read that one.
It's funnier that way.
Amazing optics. Amazing optics. That's all he cares about. Oh my god, it doesn't fucking matter who
Let's see.
John, if this is a nowhere backwards stream, who cares what he says? If it's
That's true. That's true.
If
You
nobody's
said
going
this is
to
a
see
nothing
it-
stream, so it's nothing to get upset about, like, oh god, my mouse is completely dead now. Completely. Fuck!
Go get some batteries. Jesus.
I don't have any. It just randomly comes back to life.
Oh, go flip them around. Do something. Massage them.
Shit.
I don't know what's going on here. I have lost all
I
control.
need to get Piper some batteries.
Okay, because he also. Okay, look, I'm going to say this, Mr. John. What I said earlier was allegedly. That's what I heard. That's the things that were dug up about you during that time. If they are true, fair enough. If they're not true, fair enough. I only go, like Nick said, only go by what your word. If you said you didn't murder somebody, then okay. Because obviously you're not in jail, so.
No, I said it was allegedly manslaughter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was allegedly a manslaughter. Yeah, but I will step back from that if you will calm the hell down. I'm still gonna play this video of you crying though. Hey, let's take a listen to this. Here we go.
You want to put his favorite
Can y'all hear that? Just a
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we were able to hear it.
is Luster. Look up. It's
You know what a desperate man's favorite tactic is?
Well, I'm not admitting I'm wrong because I don't view the world.
Exactly. You can't admit when you're wrong, John.
Okay. Yeah. He's saying I can't admit when I'm wrong. That's Kelly, by the way. Just like
Never.
Because I'm not wrong.
Yeah, never.
Exactly. You can't admit when you're wrong either.
Never wrong. That is just
Well-
impossible. That is infectual. It's not
Batman,
possible.
fuck that
It's
soundboard.
John, you are my birthday cake. It's just too sad I can't apply frosting.
So Beard Dog
All right,
is having
fine.
his.
Go ahead.
Is he
Fine, you
into
go
it?
ahead. You go ahead and keep believing that when you're fucking a man.
That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fucking a man. And I love how mad you get that you have to sink to such a level.
And I love how
think
mad you
that's
get
gonna
at the
offend me.
Does he hate the gays?
What?
I
That
love
sounds
how
like
mad
it.
you made it getting into it before because I didn't like that someone had the wrong opinion.
Oh, now he had the wrong opinion.
Wrong
Yes,
thing,
because-
wrong thing, flirt.
Wrong thing. Yeah. Wow.
thing. Punish.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion, John.
Yes, there are.
No.
If you think that's acceptable
there are
for
bad
the age of
opinions.
consent to be,
There
if you
are
think it's
bad
acceptable for the age of
opinions.
consent to be lowered, you
Oh,
are
wait a minute.
disgusting.
Wait a
Really?
minute.
So wait. So
Wait a minute. Are you making an objective morality argument?
so
Oh,
that's
Actually, you know what?
are
Let's
horrible
take
and
this-
wrong, right?
You know
Let's
what?
take
You know what? I'll admit.
You've
Hold
backed yourself
on.
into a corner and you have no argument that'll pull you out. Yeah.
Fine. I'll
Yeah,
admit
here.
it.
Let's take this another direction. John,
here it goes.
Look how
hold on. Let's take this a different direction.
Shut up! Just shut up! Just let me talk.
No, fuck you. I'm not gonna let you talk. You think you fucking own us?
Yeah, really.
I'm
seriously.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All
No,
right.
stop
I
fucking
apologize. I
apologizing.
apologize.
John,
All right.
Fucking
Never
apologize.
apologize.
No.
Never
No,
apologize.
There's no stopping.
Stop.
Off in the water now.
Thank you. I apologize. I apologize. I can't take it. I really can't. It's like this every day.
Then go. Bye
I'm
bye
not
now.
going. I'm not leaving. I just want you to just stop, please. I'm begging you.
Ain't gonna happen.
Oh my god.
And John, you're really bad at faking.
I'm not faking.
Oh, well, then if you're not faking, maybe you should take your little pussy ass to bed.
What?
Because if this is enough to make you just fucking lose your shit, I have been nothing but civil. You've been the one throwing all the right jabs, talking about how I'm fucking a man that just pretends to be a woman, purposefully trying to get under my skin. You've been the one that's tried every underhanded tactic fucking possible to try to one-up me when you aren't worth the fucking salt, buddy.
And
Don't
you're
shake
the
a
one
stick
that's
at me.
saying that you're the one trying to troll Beardo.
And the thing is, you're not half the man I am. You
Then-
never will be.
Then what
You'll
can
never
I-
amount to a
what-
damn thing.
Why do you keep on? Why?
He doesn't know
Why?
who he is either.
Why?
Because it's
why-
hilarious. This is great.
Then
You
what
are
can I do to
genuinely
change
giving
that?
me a
What can I
fantastic-
do to change that then? Just please level with me. Just
Stop being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
he's trying to
I'm
tell
sorry,
you.
all right? I just
No, there's no apologizing needed. Just stop being a piece of shit.
then how do I do that? Just tell me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe fucking listen to every person that tells you you're an idiot and ask them why they think that and actually take that into
I
consideration.
do take that into
No,
consideration.
you don't,
though.
because
I
you
do.
don't fucking
I
change.
really do.
John.
No, don't understand. It's like
Obviously, we've hit a breakthrough here. Maybe you should go to bed,
look,
ruminate,
just-
and think about
no,
your life.
I'm not leaving. I'm not doing that. Just please tell me what I can do to be better.
To be better?
How do I be a
Oh, I
better
don't know.
man?
Maybe take a page from fucking Archon's book here. Learn to listen to arguments instead of trying to pick them apart. Stop interrupting people at every fucking step. Stop trying to make.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, we got the picture.
Yeah.
John, no one would cackle in a safe space and slander your name if you didn't invade every space people go to. No one cares about you. We would all ignore you if you didn't try to insert yourself in like some sort of conversation rapist. Go away. No,
We do not consent.
I want to
The-
clip that one too.
your homeboy there was trying to tell you, stop being awful. Just go away. Go.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Focus on yourself, build yourself up and, fucking be somebody.
Mm-hmm. Could you read the super chat?
How ruined is your life aspiring to be a Shane?
Oh,
Ooh, that's
it's pretty bad when you got to aspire to be Shane, though. Like,
Oh wait, now he's trying to. What the crap, man? Sorry, it's just now you're trying to ruin his life. Just
literally
stop
don't even
being-
know who this guy is.
Yeah, just
Don't
stop.
care about him. Don't
Yeah.
want to ever talk about him again. Don't want to see him. Don't care. This guy's been accusing me of felonies for the better part of a year. Simply because he's too stupid to understand what he reads or what he sees. And so he thinks I owe him some sort of deference. I don't. John, if you died tomorrow, I wouldn't even know. That's how unfortunate you are. Go away.
Now, I could be wrong, but to accuse somebody else of a felony with no real evidence or basis for that, can't that be a crime or some sort of defamation? Something
If I thought I could get anything out of him, yeah, it could be defamation for sure. But
I don't know, maybe
he'd
you
have
get
to
his-
run with the "I'm too stupid" defense like Mark Waid, I guess.
so let's round back to that with the Wade, and
I was gonna say, let's get back on topic. We had John had his fun.
we were having we were still having fun, but so from the last update I understand is that the judge said yes, this is going to happen in Texas. Fuck you, Mark Waid, essentially.
I wonder if that letter had anything to do with it.
It could be. I was trying to find it. I can. I'm looking through my stuff casually, but I'll see if I can find it and send it to you.
I appreciate that.
I want to thank the chat for. I mean, apparently, I'm letting my mods that it's at their discretion what they want to do. I'm not instructing them to do anything. The only thing I said is it's your discretion.
Mod on, my dudes.
Mm-hmm. But
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know where. I'll find that letter later.
Yeah.
He's deleting all of his messages.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, I think if you time them out, it does that.
Does it do it? Yeah. I don't think they knew he.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he deleting? Oh, is he? Does it say like message retracted or message deleted?
Who knows?
Yeah, Simon is right. We needed a break. Yep. Let's see. But yeah. And as far as Vic's case goes, I mean, we're just waiting for the appeals thing to go kick in, right?
Oh yeah. The so the appeals, both parties have filed their appeal notices. I believe Vic's appeal brief is due. It's either the 27th or the 29th. I don't remember the date, but it's coming up here in short order. Although I want to caution people that it looks like it would be the 27th. That's a Monday. Appeals are known to have delays, and if either side asks for any extra time, they'll probably get it. Yeah. So I don't want people thinking it's going to just start full steamrolling into effect here, because they're, either side could ask for a delay, and we'll just have to see. They've both asked for delays in the past. Yeah. And it is a pretty complicated case. So yeah. So who knows?
John Penn does say the letter they're talking about is Wade's disclosure document.
Oh, is that what it's from?
All right. I'll go through all my Wade stuff and send it to you later. You said you wanted to do a video on it, right?
Yeah, because I think because we covered it originally as well. I think you did a show about it where we read through the letter, and it was just like it was Mark Wade, a personal letter to the judge that was attached to one of his filings.
Sure. Yeah. But Vic's case is, and the appeals are interesting. That appeals are always scary because you can read stats on it. One thing I would suggest to you guys, if you're ever involved in court, is it's not a statistics game, because there's too many individuals involved. It's not like baseball, where you can really, like baseball, they play the stats. That's why it's tracked so fiercely. But with court, the stats are somewhat informative, but they're not really useful. They have to be contextualized. So I've seen people say stuff like, well, 25% of appeals succeed or something like that. Well, I mean, is it this type of appeal? What about this appellate court? What are they appealing? And each case is so individually different that you can't really do that. I don't actually know what the number is, but I've just seen that tossed around looking at stats on things. And that's just not how you can look at a court case. They don't work that way. Mm-hmm. If you want to look at stats, you look at stats for things like sentencing, awards, stuff like that. You can start to get ideas. But as for how an actual case will go, or how an appeals court will look at and review something, often the questions involved are too specific to lend themselves to statistics. Mm-hmm. So when are Nick and Ty getting lawyer trading cards with their stats? Oh boy.
You could probably sell those. Put them on Indiegogo.
Probably could. You could sell so much on Indiegogo now. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So like I said, so I was kind of. I mean, I think we were all kind of hoping like, can we get a lull on the Vic case and kind of just calm down a little while?
Yeah, and there is one. Of course, now there's. I stirred up a mess on Friday, which I really wasn't intending to stir up a mess, but well, my big mouth got me in trouble again. And then Vic did an unlocked video today. Mm-hmm. He does them every Tuesday, I believe, so that's normal. Mm-hmm. And he had some things to say, and so that's I watched it. I think it's very good. I can say this here. I'll be talking about this on my stream tonight a little bit.
Okay.
I'll say it here. Vic actually did reach out to me, and let me know that he had already had a video planned for around the anniversary time. And the way that he tends to do videos is the unlocked stuff. So we had a very good conversation, very nice conversation about everything that happened from Friday. And we're friends. Everything's all good with us. And but he had this video in the works already. So I feel bad. It's like, well, if I would have known, maybe I would have just shut my stupid face.
You kind of stepped in it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it's hard because as Vic's definite agent, in which all of his decisions and messaging go directly through me, I had no idea what he was doing because it's almost like he has a lawyer and people who are not me who are advising him on things. I think I made that pretty clear on Friday, but yeah, so I didn't know this was going on. But he did his video today, and I think his video today was very very good. And I like seeing him come out. That oddly enough, it's one of the things that I've wanted to see from him for a little while now. So I'm really glad that he's doing that. But I wish someone would have told me. But I'm not on the team, so I can't know all of this stuff.
I mean, but I thought you were orchestrating this whole thing.
Well, that.
I mean, according to the comic book code, you control the money. So I mean,
right. I do, and but the problem is I control it into just Pokemon cards for my kids. So since we now have just thousands and thousands of Pokemon cards, but I don't have the ability to buy access since I have siphoned the GoFundMe so thoroughly that I can't buy access anymore.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how all of Hillary Clinton's supporters were just buying children from Epstein, so they didn't have money to afford the dinners.
Yeah,
shame, damn shame.
Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. Sorry.
Yeah, you already did.
Sorry. I hope none of you drive a Tesla.
So, rounding back to Meyer's case, so like I said, it looks like we're set up for Texas now. Unless I'm sure they're going to try to appeal that and all that stuff, because that's Wade's MO, try to burn the money,
yeah, but he's going to burn his own too.
Yeah.
And dragging it out, I don't know if it has diminishing returns, because at the end of the day, I think Zaid might've been working for him for a very reduced fee. But Zaid's got his own mess now, and the Texas team has been doing all of the work. They did the deposition. They've drafted all the documents, or at least their names are on them. So I think Wade has probably been paying for the delay, and he had a GoFundMe too. He had like 80 grand or something like that.
Yeah,
exactly 80 grand and no more.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No, it was 75 is what he asked for, which was, I guess, what it would have been taken to settle the case, because we all joked about that. And he made like almost nothing after that.
Yeah. His stalled out very quickly. And that was mostly like, the industry people, comic industry people coming in, but, throwing money at it. And then, of course, then there's Zach's, started by Ethan, that was, just kind of took off. And
okay.
It's kind of one of those. It's kind of like Vic's. Anytime you need to just ramp it back up, just start linking it again.
Here we go. Mark Wade's Legal Defense Fund, $81,175. Last donation was a month ago for $25. The donation before that was 3 months ago for $20. It's like one person will donate to him like every couple of months, and it's like $20.
I wish Gail would quit doing that.
Right? Look, I know he's desperate, but I don't think he's that desperate, Gail.
Yeah. Not even Mark Wade would want that. In all honesty,
you're at least going to have to pay a lot more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then, like I said, you got the comic book hood. He's just, decided that he was going to take a stab at you. Apparently, he's tired of getting ignored by Comicsgate people, so now he's going after the Rackets man.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what these people see as the profit of going after me. I don't care. I don't respond well to here. When I say I don't respond well, what I mean is if people try to force me to do something, I'm going to probably do the opposite.
Right.
I don't know how people haven't figured that out, but some people have learned that if they're trying to force their way onto my show because they want to increase their presence, they could have asked to come on rather than try and make some salacious accusation that I must respond to. I don't have to respond to anything. I don't really care, especially when you're just incorrect. And so I don't know what this. I've never heard of the Comic the Hut guy or whatever. Never heard of him before. Literally right before the show. So I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why these people think they have some sort of special secret sauce about the money. It's set up as I hope they realize that I don't have control over where the money is said to be going on GoFundMe, right? So when it says Nick Rekieta is organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Beard Harris, it originally said Vic Mignogna because that's what I put in. But the moment we actually directed it to the IOLTA account, GoFundMe changed that. Like I would think if I had my way, especially at the time, I was like, oh man, that sounds weird. I wish it said Vic, but because of how they do things, it does that. I don't have the ability to like change all of this stuff. It's how GoFundMe operates, and they do it for a reason. It's almost like they would be associated with fraud if there was fraud going on. But you know, a year later now almost, and shockingly, it's still up, and everything is still functioning just fine, and I still have just fine relationship with the people at GoFundMe, yeah. So I don't know what to say about it. People are going to be weird. That Animat guy is doing the same thing. I don't know why he is. He has a bigger channel than me, so I don't know what he's whining about. But
yeah, we got a $2 super chat. Please put John Kelly on so he will shut up. And he wouldn't shut up then, so why would I do that?
No, don't let people force you into doing stuff. It's ridiculous. Then
or at least pay more. It's not worth $2.
Touche.
The expectation is that he would shut up, and he's not going to. So.
He would just spend the next 10 minutes trying to talk over literally everyone while ignoring exactly what he was told, like previously, several fucking times.
Yep.
I don't want to make John Kelly cry.
My man's. Okay, John Kelly, become familiar with the Eight of Swords. That's all you got to do. Just go fucking look up that card. Go make that your whole fucking life. The Eight of Swords. Just go look it up right now. I'm sure you're able to use the internet. I mean, you're up here. Go fucking look it up.
If anybody's going to bully their way onto the show, it's Gail.
Oh, God.
Gail made it. Gail made it with the last show, yeah?
I heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that God was coming down with a 9-bladed sword. Not 2 or 5 or 7, but 9 blades. 9.
Oh, no. It's a tarot card.
Sorry, mine was the Life of Brian reference.
Where were we? Wait, wasn't it? Oh, wait, no, I have a question. If it could be proven in the court of law, what would Light Yagami from Death Note be charged with? Manslaughter or straight up fucking murder?
Okay, so pretend I don't know who the characters in Death Note are. The plot of Death Note is that someone has a notebook and they write a name down and someone dies, right? Is that what that is?
Right. Yeah. But you can also write how they die. If you don't write a name, they have a heart attack, but you can put an accident and it's an accident, or you can write in suicide.
Can you get really specific with it? Because that could be funnier.
Like part of the plots, like some of his plans didn't work unless he got absurdly specific.
Okay.
He blackmailed an FBI agent in order to write the name down on a page where there was just a room to write his the name. Well, underneath this cover was instructions that guy would then send the personnel files of all the people that were on the case from the FBI, including their pictures and names, real names, so that they could be killed.
Yeah, so it'd be murder, I believe, and it should be first degree. You know, he is the direct cause of it. It's
and he knows.
People would say it's
definitely premeditated.
Yeah, and there's something, maybe people don't know how premeditation works. Because some people think premeditation is actually what you're talking about, like a really specific plan that has to be laid out. Premeditation, the courts have ruled, can be done in one moment.
Yeah.
So there's some confusion for some people that premeditation means like laying in wait or setting forth a plan, but premeditation just means that someone intended for the outcome of death to occur. So when you point a gun at someone in anything other than like some induced anger or defense or something like that, you just point a gun at someone and with intentionality shoot them, that is enough premeditation for first degree murder. So I thought that was an interesting thing I learned in law school. I don't know if other people, because I always thought it meant more of a plan.
Right.
But yeah, so he'd be guilty of murder.
One thing I do want to ask is we were kind of confused about this based on various law streams you've had with Ty. Do you actually have to go to law school in order to take the bar exam?
Depends on the state. It depends on the states. Many states are taking on an internship sort of approach where you don't have to do the law school thing. Instead, you can intern for a specific amount of time with a law firm and then take the bar exam.
So like an apprenticeship for a plumber, for example.
Yeah, apprenticeship is a better word than internship. But yes, so you can apprentice and work through it. That would probably make better lawyers, but it would make worse bar exam takers. Because if you're working with a law firm as an apprentice, you're going to probably be dealing in a couple limited practice areas. You're just not going to have time to get exposure to all these different places. And the way law schools are structured is they work with the law school admission council, who sets up the bar exam, and they actually, determine what subjects are going to be on the bar exam going, for the next several years, so that they can tailor curriculum to make sure the students are prepared for it. So it'd be tough, but when they got out, they'd be probably much better lawyers because they just have done more and been more engrossed in it. Law school doesn't make good lawyers. Law school just makes people who take a test.
Yeah. I think more apprenticeships should happen, in all honesty. I think there's too many.
I think they should in every industry.
Yeah.
I think that college has become just an absolute joke. Of course, when you make government money available for things, shockingly, the price just skyrockets, and everybody can universally obtain all this money. And of course, in our country, we've done this weird thing where we do it via loan, but it's a loan that everyone feels they have to take, and then it just goes ahead and shackles you for life to paying it back. It's really great. Good system. I like it.
Yeah. I said more people need to listen to Mike Rowe. Do trade schools,
Have you ever, any of you guys used to listen to Glenn Beck at all, or still do?
I have in the past. Kind of got off his train when he, Trump was evil and the devil and all that stuff.
I listened to him, but it was kind of like I found it kind of funny.
Yeah.
He did. They had a show. This is before all of that, because I stopped listening to him a little before the 2016 election, just because every single day it was like, oh, the world's going to end. And I was like, okay, Glenn, just go cry more.
Yeah.
But they did a show when they had first launched the TV show, and it was Pat Garay and Mike Rowe, and they were doing a competition where they were reading Al Gore's poem about global warming.
Oh.
And Pat did it in Al Gore's voice. Oh, it was magical. So funny. And then Mike Rowe did it in his dramatic, very deep baritone. You know.
Oh yeah, the narrator voice.
Yeah, it was perfect.
and then Al Gore settled up to the bar. And,
yeah. But it was Al Gore's poem that he read on like a CNN interview where he's like, Neptune's bones dissolved in a sulfur sea or whatever. God, it's so stupid.
Speaking of, have you seen? Since we're talking about election stuff, and I don't want to get too much into politics, but did you know we've already had our Jeb Bush cringe moment
already?
Yeah. You know which one moment I'm talking about with Jeb? The please clap.
Yeah.
We have one of those. Let me pull this up.
It could happen today.
Yeah, it happened today.
With Buttigieg.
Mayor Pete
Buttigieg.
Yeah,
the best named candidate.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, and like I said, got nothing against gay people, homosexuals, whatever. But when you're a gay mayor and your last name is Booty Judge,
you'd own that shit.
Let's see. Share screen, Chrome, share audio. Is this it? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, if you're a public figure with a ridiculous name, either learn to love it and live with it, make it work for you, or change it.
Yep. So here he goes. Booty Judge pleads with silent crowd in Iowa to cheer for him.
Bro, that's booty gig.
No, but he pronounced it Booty Judge. I'm not.
I bet he did.
It's pronounced Booty Judge. So okay, here we go.
By having better hands guided by better values on those pulleys and levers of American government. So can I look to you to spread that sense of hope to those that you know? Come on.
Oh no.
Should have brought that neon sign. Applause right now.
Yeah, that was definitely the Jeb please clap.
Yeah. Did any of you guys read the article from from someone who grew up with that guy, wrote about how he is a cold, calculating, power hungry monster and always has been ever since he was 5. Oh, it's a great article, or an opinion piece.
Or Booty Judge or Jeb? Which one?
Booty Judge.
Okay. It doesn't surprise me because he really tries to force this whole I'm the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. Really tries to push that home, and everybody keeps reminding him that that's the only election you ever won. Every state election you've ever ran for, you lost severely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thinning of the herd is nice on the Democrat side. I can't wait until we start campaigning for 2024. That'll be fun because I'm sure that's going to start in 2021 sometime around January.
Yeah, it'll start.
I had to guess.
January. Yeah, the positioning will be insane. I don't know. Personally, I don't know if Pence is going to even try to run.
He's weird. I don't. Trump is just such an enigma and gets so much attention that I forget Pence exists most of the time.
Yeah.
What's his face with oh God, why can't I remember his name? Bush's Cheney.
Yeah.
He was such the evil behind everything that because they're we can't attack Bush. You can't pick on the disabled. So we have to get permission to attack someone. So it'll be Dick Cheney. And so he was such a lightning rod for all of that you're constantly reminded that Dick Cheney existed. And then Biden is such a weirdo that the media loves Joe Biden so much. And I can't, so does a lot of people.
Yeah.
They just like him. I think they like him a little bit less now that people are pointing out his creepiness, but really though, he's gotten away with so much and people just like him. He must just be I bet if you hung out with Joe Biden, you'd have a good time.
Yeah.
Unless you were an 8-year-old or whatever.
I was about to say,
right. I mean, as an adult who could fend off the smelling of your hair and stuff.
Daddy, he's sniffing me. I just means he likes you, son. He's checking my scalp for parasites.
Yeah. This is normal for a vice president. They're strange people.
I mean, it's exactly like what do you call it? Shoot, with Bush, right? You know, you mentioned George W. Bush. He's like that guy, like you said. You know, he seemed like an idiot and stuff, but he knows. You know he knows how to party.
Oh yeah, George Bush is one of the most fun dudes to hang around.
Yeah,
I would love to party with that guy and just sit around in the box of the box seat at Minute Maid Park and hang out with them with all the good food and drink. I'd drink beer for that guy.
Right. Well, it's funny, and you mentioned Cheney. It made me think about like, you talk about like the evil and the power behind the presidency, essentially.
Yeah, that's how he's painted, at least. But
I always look at the point where here he is. He goes hunting with another guy. Right? They're out duck hunting.
He straight shoots him in the neck.
Shoots the dude
It was
in
quail.
the neck. Was it quail?
Yep.
He shoots the dude in the neck, and then the guy says it was my fault.
Listen,
The only reason it stuck out to me that it was quail is because generally that means you're not aiming up. For the most part,
quail has to be flushed out usually. So yeah.
Where they were was a controlled area where there was a crap ton of them and they were just walking around. So how the fuck did you shoot somebody in the neck?
Like I said, that's not even the important part. Is that he shot the dude, and then the dude said, "Oh, it was my fault."
Yeah.
I looked too much like a bird.
Look, I got in the way of his clearly perfectly lined up shot. I'm sorry. I was trying to defend the quail with my neck because it had special marking. I didn't want him to get in trouble for shooting a bird we didn't have a tag for.
Anyone seen Dan Quail? Like,
now
they were hunting Dan Quail.
We got to put this guy out of his misery. But I'm just thinking, like, okay, we know that like Secret Service, they're supposed to, throw themselves in front of the president or vice president. I've never seen it where you throw yourself in front of a gun that the vice president's shooting you with.
No.
Oh gosh, I love politics.
Yeah.
only Dick Cheney could get away with something like that. Any of us would be in jail right now.
To be fair, though, it was birdshot. And that's just like
that makes it so much better, Mike. What are you talking about?
Honestly, like it's a lot better to be shot with because it's a smaller projectile.
Yeah, if it was buckshot, he would be dead.
Yeah, he would have been.
Why would they be shooting quail with that?
Listen, we don't ask questions of what Dick Cheney does. Last guy who did that got shot in the neck.
Yeah, exactly. You leave Dick Cheney alone.
And Dick Cheney said he was going out for a veal. Next thing you know, he's taking out the maternity ward.
Oh.
Look, I've got acres and acres that Halliburton can purchase from me for a very large sum.
I will enter negotiations immediately with Mr. Cheney and his. Just don't bring the shotgun. I don't feel comfortable with you in a shotgun.
Listen, I'm going to bring that shotgun.
Maybe they should just stick to fishing.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, the more I think about it.
We're going for fly fishing with Did. What's he doing there with that harpoon?
Well, I only spearfish. I was like, oh no.
Don't go deep fishing with them.
It's even worse. He's also like, you know what? I want to catch a shark, a great white shark. Well, Dick, how are we going to catch that? We ain't got no bait. Oh, we got bait.
I brought my shotgun.
Keep whining, why don't you? I hear the sharks really love that.
Yeah, shoot him with the bird shot to get the blood flowing a little bit, Put him in the water.
You better put that foot up or else I'm aiming for the neck.
Going one way or another. You're going in that water, and I'm getting my damn shark. Let's see. Viper Super Chat. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. 1 month left to get your exclusive copy of Blood Hunt, now in demand. I'm sure that's in demand, right? On Indiegogo. Check it out, Rekieta. I'm sure you'll love it.
Yeah.
Sounds good, buddy. We'll do.
Yeah, it's got werewolves and vampires and all kinds of cool shit.
And half of them aren't Dick Cheney.
Yeah. Simon, Simon, put Dick Cheney in there. Good lad. But no, well, I guess I better go ahead and wrap this up because you got a show to do. So
I do. I have. I wasn't gonna do one, but then Vic went ahead and released that unlocked stream, and so I figured I better do one.
Yeah.
I'm just
Before you get bullied.
tired. Yeah, please no bully.
Yeah.
So
okay, John, you can go over to Nick's chat now and start.
Oh, don't do that! No, no, Daddy, no!
Uh-oh.
Another favorite around here.
Yep.
All right, guys. Nick, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We appreciate it.
Hey, if I come back on though, just shoot the shit,
Yeah, man. You don't have to super chat me. Just email me.
Yeah.
And I'll if I don't respond, just send me another one. You know how it is.
Just harass him is what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As, the way you've been doing it is fine.
I would definitely like you to come again. And maybe, maybe next time let John on.
Oh,
and Gail at the same time.
Oh no.
Then we all just clear the room.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let them air their grievances and
Oh God.
But anyway, yeah, thanks so much everybody for showing up and chilling out with us. And tomorrow night we're gonna have Clint from Sweetcast. He launched his new Indiegogo today, Downcast 2. And so he will be on tomorrow night.
Yeah, didn't it already get funded too?
That's another one that got funded. So you got 3 in the last 2 days that have gotten funded. So
within like 24 hours of
so
that's freaking
people
cool.
want these things.
Yeah, things are hopping right now. So looking good. But guys, thank you so much for showing up, and we will see you all next time. Y'all have a good one, and see you then.
Catch you later. Peace.
Bye-bye.